there's a flat that's a foot deep. I'm talking my boat's bouncing off the bottom, sand, just to get to this island. I finally get over there and it drops into maybe a 6-inch depression deeper than what it was. And there's 3 laydowns. And this is in practice. And I went up to those laydowns with a wacky worm, and I didn't have a hook on, but I throw up to that laydown, and there, dude, I'm talking, it looks like I could just get out and walk up there. There's not a bluegill, there's nothing. Get a bite. It's a 4-pound largemouth, swims out from this tree. It's bluebird skies, everything. I go to the next laydown, it's a 4 or 5-pound largemouth. I go to the next laydown, and it's like a 3-pound. So there were 3 giant bass, especially for that fishery, that time of the year, right there on those 3 pieces of cover that nobody else, now granted, some people are going to, but the majority of the people aren't going to check that stuff. And this is this deep of water in the middle of the summer. What they're doing up there, I don't know. They're just having a time, you know. They live on that stuff. That's what they do. It's not a big deal to them as much as what it is for us. So the next thing, looking for signs of life. Brim, shad, baitfish, blueback herring. When I fished the elite event, the Bassmaster Elite event at Lake Murray, I ended up finishing second in. I spent a lot of time, I was going into that event, I was going to sight fish. And I knew that there was a tail end of a shad spawn going on. There was the blueback stuff going on out on those long points, but there was still this shad spawn that was going on the bank. So last day of practice, I went down a stretch and I could visually see the pods of bait. They weren't always blowing up on the bank, but I could see them, and it was about 10 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock. The first cast with a Chopo, get a bite. It's like a 3 or 4 pounder. I'm like, well, that's cool. I turn the corner, make another cast, get another bite. It's another 3 to 4 pounder. And I'm thinking, man, this is going to be phenomenal first thing in the morning. Like, and this is the last day of practice. Now, I've found 100 bedfish that I've got to go to. And I stumble into this deal the last day of practice. I roll up there first morning thinking we're going to get us a limit, then we're going to go to all of our big bedfish. I fished that area for about 45 minutes. Never got a bite. And you'd think first thing in the morning, what is going on? Why, you know, and I'm in my head, wheels are turning, but I'm like, I can go fish my bedfish, come back at 10 o'clock because I looked at my waypoint and I saw that's what time I'd got bit. And I'm like, maybe it's a timing deal. And you'd think for a shad spawn that first thing in the morning, I roll back through that area at 10 o'clock, and every little rock stretch that I hit, I think I ended up catching like 22.5 pounds that day. It was every stretch I hit, I'd get 1 or 2 bites, and they were all big ones. And really, that had a lot to do, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but that really had a lot to do with the sun, the positioning, the time of the year. You had that morning, those fish were out there just swimming around, and I couldn't isolate them up on the bank. You would think they'd be up there on the bank like that, but as the sun got higher, those groups of fish started tucking up closer to the banks, to the little shade lines and stuff like that. So that was a key instance of me being aware with my eyes, looking for that bait fish, looking for that activity that ended up turning into something more than I could have ever expected. And then when you think you're shallow, go shallower. So you don't have to do it all day, but you know there's those times when you're sitting there and you're looking like, man, I should probably go back there and check this little turn in this creek, but it's going to get hard to get back there. There's all this stuff. I'm just going to kick the trolling motor and keep going, right? We've all done it. I still do it to this day. But you need to check those places. When you think you're shallow enough, go shallower. And this is like talking when it starts to get hot. I feel like the hotter it gets, the better this bite becomes.